I'm Kevin Nelson. Here's a look at what's going on this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. At the end of the general audience this past week, Pope Francis reminded people that October was World Mission Month and the month of the Rosary. As celebrations of the 100th anniversary of the end of the apparitions of Mary at Fatima wrapped up October 13th, the Pope invited everyone to pray the Rosary, asking for peace in the world.
Venerdì prossimo, 13 ottobre, si chiude il centenario delle ultime apparizioni mariane a Fatima. Con lo sguardo rivolto alla Madre del Signore e Regina delle Missioni, invito tutti, specialmente in questo mese di ottobre, a pregare il Santo Rosario per l'intenzione della pace nel mondo. Possa la preghiera smuovere gli animi più riottosi affinché bandiscano dal loro cuore, dalle loro parole e dai loro gesti la violenza e costruiscano comunità non violente che si prendono cura della casa comune. Niente è impossibile se ci rivolgiamo a Dio nella preghiera. Tutti possono essere artigiani di pace.
In addition to the Rosary for Peace, the Pope also called on the international community during the International Day for Disaster Reduction, October 13th, to take measures to reduce the risks the poor face when exposed to natural disasters. They are the ones, the Pope said, who are most affected when calamities occur. In news from around the country, Bishop Robert Vasa of the Diocese of Santa Rosa, California, is asking for prayers as wildfires devastated a vast portion of North California's wine country and forced 20,000 people to evacuate. The fires have left at least 23 people dead and hundreds of others were missing. The bishop said he has met numerous folks who are in shelters and who have no home to which to return to. The bishop called on all Catholics of the diocese to help their brothers and sisters who have been severely impacted by the fires by praying, donating, and offering their emotional support. Over 17 fires were burning across the state, including in Southern California. In news from Rome, at Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, Pope Francis celebrated a special Mass of Thanksgiving, marking the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the Congregation for Eastern Churches. The office supports the Eastern Catholic Churches and the Pontifical Oriental Institute. Rome Reports has more from St. Mary Major.
Pope Francis has left the Vatican to celebrate Mass in the Basilica of St. Mary Major. There, he commemorated the centenary of the creation of the Pontifical Oriental Institute and the Congregation for Oriental Churches in 1917 by Pope Benedict XV.
Allora infuriava la Prima Guerra Mondiale. Oggi, come ho già avuto modo di dire, noi viviamo un'altra guerra mondiale, anche se a pezzi. E vediamo tanti nostri fratelli e sorelle cristiani delle chiese orientali sperimentare persecuzioni drammatiche e una diaspora sempre più inquietante.
Pope Francis asked the participants never to allow their doubts to be greater than their faith. He explained that even the Blessed Mother had doubts, but had faith.
Quando si prega ci vuole il coraggio della fede. Avere fiducia che il Signore ci ascolta, il coraggio di bussare alla porta. Il Signore lo dice, chiunque chiede riceve, e chi cerca trova, e a chi bussa sarà aperto. L'uomo bussa con la preghiera alla porta di Dio per chiedere una grazia, e Lui, che è Padre, mi dà quello e di più. Il dono, lo Spirito Santo.
Pope Francis explained that the dedication of each person to prayer will give each one fruit in due time.
More news now from the Vatican. At a Vatican event marking the 25th anniversary of the Catechism of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis spoke out strongly against the death penalty, calling for it to be abolished. Rome Reports has more from the Vatican.
In the last version of the Catechism 25 years ago, John Paul II mentioned the very rare cases in which the death penalty is legitimate. Pope Francis has taken it one step further During this meeting commemorating the quarter-century anniversary of the last catechism, he said that the death penalty is always unacceptable.
Per quanto grave possa essere stato il reato commesso, la pena di morte è inammissibile perché attenta all'inviolabilità e dignità della persona.
The Pope explained that no one can be deprived of life nor the chance for moral and existential redemption. In addition, he apologized because in the past the death penalty was even applied in the Papal States at times.
Purtroppo anche nello Stato Pontificio si è fatto ricorso a questo estremo e disumano rimedio, trascurando il primato della misericordia sulla giustizia. Assumiamo la responsabilità del passato e riconosciamo che quei mezzi erano dettati da una mentalità più legalistica che cristiana.
To commemorate 25 years of the Catechism, the Vatican has presented a new commented edition of this important text.
And finally in the news, just a few months before its 5th anniversary, Pope Francis's @Pontifex Twitter accounts reached more than 40 million followers. Pope Benedict had launched the initiative, and now the papal Twitter accounts in 9 different languages have grown by over 9 million followers in the past 12 months. The Pope also communicates via Instagram. His account, @Franciscus, was approaching 5 million followers since its creation March 19th, 2015. Well, that's all the information we have for you this time. I'm Kevin Nelson. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV network.